We have reached the semifinal stage of this college football playoff. It's time to find out who has the depth and the drive to take one huge step closer to the ultimate goal, hoisting that national championship trophy. This test is a matchup we cannot wait to see unfold. Welcome, folks, to AT&T Stadium, the home of the Cowboys, right here in Arlington, Texas, as we'll see the number 6 seed in this playoff, the LSU Tigers, taking on a playoff team from last year, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler with Kirk Herbstreit. We are almost there. Time to find out who'll be headed to the national championship game. The kickoff team is out there, and here we go with this playoff semifinal game.
Texas.
And he'll take off from deep in the end zone. And he's brought down at the 16. Would have been better off leaving it in the end zone for a touchback. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, this is what I love to see from the defense is the linebackers are scraping doing their job, but you need help from the secondary. And when you have aggressive tacklers on the back end, you got a great defense. This time, the secondary makes the difference.
Quickly behind the sticks here after the loss. 2nd down and 11. Looking to pass here on 2nd down. Pulls it in. It's Sampson. And the defense smothers him for no gain.
I think the quarterback felt he had an opportunity to get the running back out in space, but a great job by the defense. He had nowhere to go.
Important moment early in this playoff game. Opening drive, they face 3rd down. Dropping back, we're going to throw for the 1st down. It's a short completion at the big tight end. Uses the stiff arm and gets past the marker before being taken down.
Oh, the defense. They get this offense to a 3rd down early in the game, a chance to get him off the field, but instead this quarterback shows you why they've had such a great year with a conversion.
LSU getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Motion by the back. Defense better adjust. The pocket breaking down. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
Man, he got crushed there, didn't he, Chris? And we know this guy is their superstar. He's their leader. But based on that last play, this offensive line's got to do a better job of recognizing that they got to take care of him.
Using his legs, it's Sampson. He's got the 1st and still going. They bring him down, but that's a good play. Moves the ball to the 39.
Chris, I know when we think about LSU, we go back to 2019, Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, that dynamic offense. But at the end of the day, it's still LSU. It's still the SEC. And ground and pound is something they will never move away from. Great job here, and move the sticks.
At the 30, still running. They make the tackle, but not before he gets all the way to the 30.
That's another completion by this quarterback. Another great gain in a 1st down, and already over 30 yards through the air. This quarterback is in a zone here to start this game.
The offense will set up on 1st and 10. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. It's a draw to the back. Fights through a tackle. Defense gets him down, but they'll take the gain on that play.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on first down.
Important second down play coming up. He hands it off from the gun. They bring him down to the 13. This offense really threatening now to score in first down.
Well, this is exactly what you want to see as an offense to open up a football game. Everything seems to be working, whether they're running the football, as we saw right there, able to protect, throw the football with timing and rhythm, everything on full display for this offense to let this defense know they could be in for a long day.
He escapes the pocket. Has it back to the end zone. He muscled down a bounds very close to the goal line. The offense knocking on the door with a first and goal. On the ground, trying to muscle it across the line. And he goes nowhere. Stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
It is tough to run the football inside this 5-yard line. Give all the credit to that defensive line, eating up those linemen, allowing the rest of the defense to fly to the football for that short loss.
Ball moved back to the 4 for second and goal. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. And this one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. One of those crucial moments early in this playoff game. Third down and goal. Out of the gun now on third down. Moves out of the pocket. Runs out of room and runs out of time. They trap him for a sack.
This is exactly how you can slow down the momentum and a rhythm of an offense. You got to get some tackles for a loss and some sacks. This time, they come up with a sack by getting after that quarterback.
And it sails right through the middle of the uprights. Solid kick. It breaks the scoreless tie here, makes it 3-0. They come away with 3 points on the drive, and now the kickoff team will boot it away. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. They'll start from the 25. Adjustment snap for this defense. The shotgun running play call. Brought down, but broken tackle to produce a solid gain there. The Longhorns come up to the line to crank the tempo up here.
Pretty good gain here by this offense, and here they are. They're getting already set to the line of scrimmage. They're ready to go. Defense better get their cleats in the ground.
And the runner steps out of bounds, but does have enough yardage to pick up the first down.
Chris, one of the things I love about this running back, it's not just this defense trying to defend him running the football. As you can see here early in this game, trying to get him involved in the passing game. Great call.
It's an out route, the catch made.
I think it's important to kind of let your quarterback get into a rhythm early in the game. Sure, you'd love to see the big gains, but plays like this allow the quarterback to get settled into the game, find his rhythm, and then he can make the bigger plays later on.
And he went out of bounds after a short gain on that run.
Well, he didn't get much, but you know what? He got just enough that he needed to get the first down. The pressure came, but they allowed him to escape just enough to be able to get to the sideline, to get out of bounds, and picked up that first down.
And he slings it deep back to the left side.
Well, this is what you would call a 3-down back. Running backs that can run between the tackles, they can get outside, and they can also catch the ball out of the backfield. Here they have the benefit of having one of those kind of backs that can not just catch the ball, but once he gets his hands on the ball, he's got enough wiggle and speed to be able to get after a defense.
offense comes up to the line, they might have a chance for a couple more plays before the quarter expires. Throws it to the right. Makes the catch. Can he get in? They bring him down short of the end zone, but this will set up a first and goal. It's LSU on top as we take a break for the quarter. And the first quarter is in the books. What is a huge opportunity for both these programs to get a step closer to a national championship. They've flipped ends of the field. We're ready now for the second period. So here we go, an exciting start to the quarter as the offense sets up with a first and goal. And the quarterback finds the tight end for the completion. And he's in! Touchdown, Longhorns! No surprise there, Kirk. It's a red zone touchdown to the big tight end.
Well, the tight ends are usually much more involved down in the red zone because of their size and their skill set allows them to be more effective down in this area. Now, they may not hurt you on the big, long throw, but they can use their bodies to provide the quarterback a nice target when the defense is so condensed.
And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. He's tackled at the 17, so it would have been better to leave it in the end zone for a touchback. Okay, so here comes the LSU offense back on the field. Kept out of the end zone last time. Had to settle for a short field goal. Can they improve upon that here? That's caught. It's Sampson. They make the tackle, but not before a solid gain on that pass. Offense getting set. Second down play here. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. Grab near the sticks. It's Williams. Oh, and he heads out of bounds after a really nice game there.
And here the tight end shows off his hands for a nice game. Love to see the big man get his touches.
Great start to the drive. Back-to-back explosive plays, and now another first down. And looking to throw now on first down. Pressure is coming. And he'll just throw it away to avoid the sack. Second down play coming up. And they'll run it with the draw play. Tried to bounce it, but couldn't get the quarter. They'll stop him for a loss. Well, nowhere to go on the inside on that draw. Tried to bounce it, Kirk, but nothing doing.
How about the push there from the middle of that interior, that defensive line? As you said, nowhere for him to go, so he's trying to make something out of nothing. And by going out wide, he puts himself at risk of being chased down by the speed of this defense, and that's what we got, a loss for the offense.
On third down, he drops to throw. Lets it go quickly. That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up fourth down now.
What a hit there on third down. The timing was perfect, and now we got a big fourth down play.
So fourth down and 12. The offense is on the field to go for it. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. And he's going to take a shot down the left side. Deep shot caught inside the 25.
That's why you practice and work on these routes. When you get to a fourth down, you trust the receiver to run not only a good route, but know exactly where he needs to go to be able to get the distance for that first down.
This LSU offense is moving quickly down the field. And there's the handoff. Headed for the end zone. And he could not be stopped. Touchdown, Tigers.
Heck of a job here on that combination block to open this hole up. You know, when you have 5 blockers that can work as one unit, that's as good as there is in college football and a very underrated aspect of any great team.
PAT is good, so the score is 10-7 now. We got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. And it comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. Okay, the Texas offense comes back out on the field. Let's see if they can keep that passing game going. The last possession, very efficient and precise. First down and more. He's still running. They bring him down, but the drive has now reached the 35.
Well, the timing and the faith on this play was so good. You almost think it's a magical act, right? The magician is showing you something, and then you realize it's not really there. He's creating an illusion, and the illusion was that they're going to throw the football. It looked like a pass play, but instead they turned it into a draw. The offensive linemen were able to get out in front. They drew the defensive line upfield and beat them at their own game. That's why they picked up big yards in the secondary.
They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play.
This is an example of a quarterback and his offense just taking what the defense gives you. Not a huge play, but positive yards. The defense wants to give that throw to you. You take it, get the ball to your receiver, stay ahead of the sticks.
He's in the clear. He makes the stop, but a big play moves the ball to the red zone.
Well, sometimes as a quarterback, you just never know, right? And here's a short throw, and give credit to this wide receiver, not just making the catch, but look at the production after the catch. That's what separates the good receivers from the great ones.
They'll try the ground game here. They finally stop him, but a solid play sets him up. First and goal at the 9.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up. The back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on first down.
It's the 2-minute timeout of what's been a really competitive game so far. Chance for the offense to take the lead before the break. It is first and goal. A great chance to claim the lead before the break here. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. First and goal, handoff. Defense stops him, but that's a solid gain.
Chris, down here inside the 10-yard line, these are tough yards to come by. Positive yards, good push inside there by that offensive line.
Second and goal for the offense. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. Launching one to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Texas. How in the world do you lose track of the reliable tight end on that play?
The only thing I can think about is the defense is so locked in on the wide receivers or maybe the running game that they just forgot about the tight end. The guy's wide open. That's an easy throw.
Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. Here comes the return from deep in the end zone. Tackle at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. So here we go. First play of the drive, under 2 minutes before halftime. Nice grab. It's Gibson. They bring him down after a short gain there. They'll crank up the tempo here on second down. The time is running out. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. Fights through the tackle.
You know, a lot of people feel running backs with elite speed shy away from contact, but that wasn't the case there. Instead of running around the defender, this back elected to run right through him.
Linebackers making some adjustments now. Short throw complete to the tight end. And he's out of bounds after gaining decent yardage.
Just a good job of spreading the wealth, making sure everybody's getting their touches. When you do that, the defense can't lock in on one guy or two guys. Make them have to be aware of everybody, and allows you to continue to spread the ball around and spread the field, making it tougher for this defense.
Caught in the backfield. It's Gibson. Looks like LSU has the first down. First down, clock stops for a moment, but no huddle. They've got to hurry. He's looking to throw. Taking a deep shot here to the right. Tried to press the ball deep, but it's incomplete.
A lot of times college football, the game comes down to just a play or two. And that's a missed opportunity by this offense. I wouldn't be surprised to see them try to come back to that same play in the second half.
Defense is coming after him. Grab down the middle. It's Sampson.
Boy, Chris, great timing here with the quarterback against that zone defense, waiting just at the right time to deliver it into that window to pick up a nice gain.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Breaks an open space. That play will move the sticks, set him up first down at the 42. And a timeout is called. Important stage late here in the second quarter. Here comes a first down pass attempt. With the catch, it's Williams. Oh, he fought hard there, broke a tackle, but brought down short of the sticks. Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Looking to scramble. And he'll wisely throw that one away.
Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure, and just throw the ball away. See what happens on this next down.
So it's third down, but out comes the field goal unit. They'll try to add 3 points before halftime. And he's got it. No problem.
Boy, this guy has such a strong leg. No problem. Up into the net from 50 plus.
Trying to make a play from deep in his end zone. They finally make the stop after a big play, but time runs out on the first half of play. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. Looks like they're lining up to attempt an onside kick. And I don't think that made it 10 yards before getting touched. Of course, that's going to be a penalty. So they don't let the ball travel 10 yards before touching it. That could be a crucial mistake as they try to come back here in the fourth quarter. Looking to throw it on first down. And a short pitch and catch to the tight end. They bring him down, but this offense now in scoring position. First down from the 30. Longhorns hustle to the line to run the hurry up.
Look at this, Chris. After that big gain and a first down, they're already at the line of scrimmage, ready to get this up-tempo offense cranking.
Finds a receiver in the middle of the field. They bring him down, but not before he picks up first and goal yardage to the 9. The Longhorns line up with a first and goal. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. The pass rush closing in. Football comes out. They get him down after a short return, but a turnover created by this defense. Big moment.
We're in the fourth quarter. The offense has the ball in the red zone, looking to maybe put this game away, and they turn the ball over, giving their opponent some life.
And here comes an LSU offense back onto the field. They got points on the board last time thanks to a long-range field goal. That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. He fires downfield. Catch made on the right side. That's a big gain. You'll earn the first down, but pay for it with a hard hit.
Love to see an aggressive mindset following sudden change. The quick strike here. The defense barely has a chance to even get set up and get established before they have to deal with a big shot taken over their head.
One play, and they're already past the 40. 1st and 10. And the quarterback drops back, looking for an open man. He's running out of time here. And it's incomplete. Even on a 1st down throw, he was under some heavy pressure.
One way to slow down a very gifted quarterback is to be able to get pressure on him. Right now, the defense coordinator is doing a great job of mixing up the looks, and the defense is winning the line of scrimmage. And I think it's really impacting this quarterback's rhythm.
And they tackle him, but a nice pickup on that running play.
Setting the tone early with good runs like this can really wear defense down and keep the defense guessing. That's why some of the best coaches of all time have primarily done it with great run games.
Running play called on 3rd and short. He moved the ball to the 48 and earned a fresh set of downs.
Here's a great example of the back knowing where he needed to go on this play, and he didn't mess around. He got between the tackles and earned every single yard.
This LSU offense is moving quickly down the field. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. The sure hands. It's Gibson.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a 1st down. But instead, gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
Completion makes it 2nd and short. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. Finds room at the 30. Breaks into the clear. Touchdown, LSU. And they jump on top here in the 2nd half.
Well, this is what this running back brings to the table for this offense. He's always one touch away from a huge play. And here he gets the ball, gets some space, and from there, no one's going to catch him on his way to the end zone.
What if they got cooked up for this 2-point conversion attempt? Moving the receiver around pre-snap. And he drops back in the gun. Intercepted in the end zone.
Oh, man, that was not a great throw right there. Pass is intercepted on the 2-point try. You have to wonder why they decided to go with that call.
And he'll lead the kickoff right there. They'll start from the 25. Offense takes the field. They moved the ball into plus territory last time, but it ended in a fumble. They can't do that again, trailing on the scoreboard. Here's a throw underneath to the tight end. Finally, they get him. A great tackle by the quarterback. Not easy with that size difference. Now it's 2nd down here. Wants to throw it. Running out of time in the pocket. He lets it go on the move. Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out the punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, he's unable to hold on to the football.
And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. Looking for the wideout. Finds a man downfield. That's a big gain to the right. They get him down, but a big play moves it to the 45. Longhorns will hustle to the line to run the hurry-up offense. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. 1st down. They're going to throw the football. Bringing pressure. He cannot escape. It's a sack.
A really good job by this defense. The quarterback looked to be trying to work through his progressions to find his open receiver, but before he knew it, he's on his back.
That sack makes it 2nd down and forever. Quarterback drops back. Receiver makes the grab. Breaking free at the 35. They make the stop, but it's a big gain down to the 29.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
Longhorns getting set on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, drops back. The pass is intercepted. Look out, he's loose. The 30, past the 20, past the 10. Touchdown, LSU. A defensive score in this playoff game. Wow.
Chris, that second-tier defender, the linebacker, sometimes can get lost in coverage. I don't know if the quarterback saw him. The quarterback threw it right to him, comes up with the interception, and then he has the speed to take it all the way to the house.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. PAT makes it a 12-point lead. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. And it comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. Back now goes in motion. Defense will have to adjust. Screen to the wide receiver. And the defense swarms. Not much of a gain on that completion. Second down after that short completion. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. He pulls in the catch. Makes the first down, but pays a price. Big hit there at the end. Offense in hurry-up mode.
Well, we saw a lot of this in the first half. They go right back to him again, and we can see the second half, that same trend continuing. If I'm the defensive coordinator, I'm rolling my coverage. Get a corner up in his face and put a safety back behind him. Some kind of double coverage to slow this guy down.
The Longhorns looking to run some tempo here. They'll look to throw it here on second down. On the move now. Nothing open downfield, so they'll just throw it away.
Man, I like this play. And not only is it the right play, throwing it away like that, but given that he had no other option, he just did what he's supposed to do to survive and get ready for this next down.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it here. Looking deep downfield to the left. It is hauled in. What a catch. Tackle made after a big gain. Ball moves to the 21.
Really good job here of converting by this offense. And let's face it, at this point in the game, because they have such a big hole to climb out of, they've got to be able to convert and come up with a new set of downs. They do it here. Now they got a real shot to cut into this lead.
Offense coming to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before we reach the end of the quarter. They'll try to run it in on 1st and goal. Stop for no gain there. That'll do it for the 3rd quarter. The final quarter coming up next. It's LSU on top as we take a break for the quarter. And as we reach the end of 3, time is running out in this crucial contest for both these programs to stay alive in the quest for a national championship. Let's check out the game summary before we move on. Crucial play here to begin the quarter as the offense sets up with a 2nd and goal. Caught near the goal line. He makes it to the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns. That score makes things a lot more interesting here in the 4th quarter with a spot in the national championship game on the line.
This feels like a playoff game now. You can just see it on the guys' faces. That was a momentum punch. Now the focus shifts to the opposition. Can they march down and answer, or will they wilt to the pressure?
He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. And that Bayou Bengals offense is back out on the field. In the last possession, the defense just had no answer for this powerful ground game. Let's see what they can do this time. It's a solid gain. Moves the ball out to the 28.
But how about this aggressive approach by this offense? They've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and these guys are continuing to throw the football. I think the offense coordinator understands that he can't allow his team to get too comfortable or complacent, even with having a lead here in the fourth.
And he's going to take a shot down the left side. And it's hauled in way downfield.
How about that? Receiver had nobody around him. That's frankly embarrassing for this defense when you let someone deep downfield go completely uncovered.
Another chunk play. This offense is really clicking. It's an option look. Breaks free. QB breaking away. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Tigers. Too much speed for the defense.
Chris, I don't care what era we're talking about in college football. Defending the option when it's really well executed, one of the toughest things a defense can do, and this quarterback deserves a lot of credit. A great feel of when to pull it and when to give it. This time he keeps it himself for the touchdown.
Now they line up to kick the extra point. Extra point up and good, so the lead is 12 here in the fourth quarter. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. They'll start with the 25. Okay, the Texas offense comes back out on the field. The passing game was clicking beautifully in the last drive, right down for a touchdown. Let's see if they can do it again. Catch made on the right side. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain. Tackle made, but a strong arm throw by the senior quarterback.
Chris, here we are in the fourth quarter. These guys are trailing. Hadn't been a great day, but with this quarterback, he's as gifted as anybody in the country. You never count these guys out.
The pocket breaking down. And he just throws it away incomplete. Didn't see anybody open. Going to bring up second down. The incompletion makes it 2nd and 10 from the 40. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Quick throw over the middle. Caught way downfield for a huge gain. That's a huge gain down to the 16 in one play. They've suddenly become a threat to score. They'll run it from the gun. A gain of 2 yards. Now it's 2nd down and 8. The Longhorns will hustle to the line to crank the tempo. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. 2nd down, we're going to throw it. Looking for his back. He'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas. Almost set up for the PAT.
And this running back's going to show you he can be a receiver as well. He's just not back there running the football. Nice job of showing that versatility. Pulls it in and gets 6.
Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. Okay, so here comes the LSU offense back on the field. Suddenly, this is a tighter game. You'd love to build a drive, choose some clock. How aggressive will they get with the play call? It's a 1-yard gain, 2nd and 9 coming up.
Chris, good job here on this stop, but remember the ball is inbounds and the clock keeps moving here late in the game when you're trailing. As a defense, you got to start thinking about utilizing those timeouts. You got all 3 to use. At what point are you going to start putting those into play?
Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. Here's the snap, looking to throw. He'll take a deep shot here. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. They bring him down, but a huge gain. They cross midfield to the 49.
Well, a big part of the reason, Chris, we've seen this offense be able to build a lead is because of the way they've mixed up the run with the pass. Back-to-back plays, positive yards. I love that they're keeping an aggressive mindset, even working with a lead.
Receiver in motion now. Chewing clock with the running game. They get him down, but not before he moves the football to the 32.
Yeah, I like this call here late in the game like this with the lead. Nothing too fancy, just right up the middle. Trust that offensive line and this running back and just keep working that clock.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout. The defense desperate to get the football back, trailing here late. The spot in the national championship game comes down to the final 2 minutes. Can the offense keep the football and bleed out the clock? And the back gets the football. Able to fight for a decent gain here in that running play.
Boy, this guy just keeps playing good football. He's like a bowling ball out there. Gets low pad support, running over top of defenders. Just a gritty runner, and a big part of the reason they're enjoying this lead here in the fourth quarter.
Playoff dreams coming down to the final 2 minutes here. Offense looking to keep the football and secure the win. That's a nice tackle there by the senior. Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. Playoff game on the line here. Can the offense play keep away and secure the victory? Defensive backs up at the line, showing press. Grab behind the line, it's Gibson. You make the stop, but it'll be first down from the 13.
Well, he's been their go-to guy all game long. They needed a big play there on third down. They go his way again, and it works out.
The spot in the national championship game comes down to the final 2 minutes. Can the offense keep the football and bleed out the clock? Pre-snap motion from the receiver. On the run, it's Sampson. Ball carrier brought down at the 4. Offensive great scoring position here. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. The spot in the national championship game comes down to the final 2 minutes. Can the offense keep the football and bleed out the clock? They'll run it. Hand it off to the running back. They got him gone, but that first down should be enough to move them into the next round of the playoff. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. Fresh set of downs, 1st and goal. It's QB sneak. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible.
Total control right now, Chris. You just got to assume, just keep running the football. You look at the clock, in their favor. You look at the field position where they are, obviously in their favor. So it just makes sense. Keep it on the ground, keep pounding, run that clock, because you got everything working in your direction.
So this one is tucked away. Time for victory formation. Looks like the offense will just take a knee here. That's a great performance in a pressure moment, but now the job gets even more exciting, even bigger as they go on to the national championship game and play for that trophy.
And this is a new era. I mean, think about the weeks, the amount of games that these guys have been able to play, and to be able to accomplish this, to get to the national championship, that says everything about the endurance of this football team, both mentally and physically. And they get one more hurdle to see if they can become the national champs.
And now the stage is set for this season's ultimate college football game. We will see you at the national championship. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler. This has been a...